The next series will be Karen versus Joe. Joe is finally making the appearance right now, and Karen is going to be fighting Joe. Now, here are the picks. We got Karen vetoing Iobits, Jushi, and Delhi, and Joe vetoing China, Ottoman, and OOTD. We see the picks right there. Abbasid, Byzantines, Japanese, English, HRE versus Mongol, Malian, Rus, Jeanne d'Arc, and French. Joe has 5 civs that have knights. Orcasics are not knights. Shut. Let's get started. In the top left side, the green Malian, and our first matchup. We got Limitanei. Joe is going to be playing as the green Malian versus Karen, the blue Japanese. We had this matchup earlier today, and it did not end well for the Japanese. Can Joe win again, like last Malian player did? Or is Karen going to make the Japanese get the first dub? The Japanese lose all the games today? I'm not sure, actually. Now, we do see Karen opening with that stone, so we're going to be seeing the same build that we saw Susan do. This is the stone opening, and this is probably going to be the 2 town center build. Now, how is Joe going to respond to this? Is Joe going to do something that like Bill? Or does Joe have different plans? I don't fucking know, because I'm not Nostradamus over here. We're gonna have to wait and see, guys. Come on. I just want to show you, tell you guys, don't even attempt to guess the players through the colors. I see people are saying this player loves green. It has to be him. I told players, do not pick the colors you usually pick in competitive. Do not pick, if you pick English and you always play purple, do not pick English and purple. Mix up the colors, try to swap them every game. And they said, got it. So, don't even, you're not going to guess it. Does this have delay? Yes. So the game is on 5-minute delay. The game is live right now. The players are in the game. But obviously we're playing with the delay. Make sure there's, these guys would not cheat, but playing with delay is always just a safe option. If Karen loses this, she's going to lose her shit. It might happen. It might happen. So Karen right now is going with that fast second TC build that we have seen from Susan. Like I said, we'll see if it's going to be 350 stone or maybe it's going to be for the TC and the Daimyo at once. Who knows? Limitanei spawn, not actually a lot of hill or cliffs. There's like a cliff here. So not a wild Limitanei. But we do see a lot of wood lines in the middle. It looks like almost all the wood lines are spawned in the middle. So that's gonna be interesting. Corin. Stop. And he is upgrading Daimyo immediately. I mean, it doesn't matter. Okay, so this clearly is a second TC build with Daimyo first. So what this does is it will give him basically 50 food for free because he's getting Daimyo, which gives you a villager. So technically Daimyo costs 250 resources, 300 stone, but you get 50 food, right? So it doesn't really matter. Daimyo doesn't give you anything right now. He had more than enough food to age up, but it just does Daimyo immediately to make sure that he doesn't forget it or doesn't fuck it up or something. I don't know. So, Japanese will be going for 2 TC. So it is going to be Daimyo into the second TC. And Joe already aging up to feudal age. And I personally, I'm excited about this match. I'm excited about every match, but I'm personally a bit more excited about this one. We'll see what these guys got in store. So, yeah. Chad was right, the 3 villagers is Daimyo. Yeah. So a lot of people think that you get an extra villager with Daimyo, but you don't get an extra. You get the villager that you're going to produce, you get it through Daimyo, but it is free food, but it does cost stone. You know. So Karen is gathering that wood. I actually, the next time I try Japanese, I'm going to do the Karen build. I like that. I think, so I've played this build a couple of times, and what I found out is every time I get the second TC, after that, I can't find the time to get the extra stone for Daimyo. So I kind of like it if you go straight into Daimyo, because then you don't have to go back on stone again. Almost manages to block that. So the TC on the gold and on the berries, I like that. And Joe doesn't give a shit. So last time we saw Bill go for stables and scouts. This time we see Joe immediately into double mill. So Joe will be going into just fast cows and cow boom most likely. I mean, I can't see what else he would go for. Joe has 2 golds here and a gold in the back and big gold pretty close, by the way. So those, if I'm playing as Joe, I'm pretty happy here with the gold spawns. Obviously 2 forward ones, you know, not the greatest, but at least they're all in one spot. Because the worst thing is when you have like golds everywhere around the map and most of them are forward. Second TC completes. Again, Daimyo is already done, so these farm gathering rates are boosted already. Now, what is Karen going to do? Are we going to see production? Are we going to see fast age up? We see the wheelbarrow part 1 out of 3 being researched right now. Joe making them cows right now. Getting horticulture and wheelbarrow first into the cows. Karen putting enough space so that it has 4 farms. Barracks is coming out. Now, is this barracks to put on the pressure, or is this barracks to mass the units? We're gonna find out. Farmhouse over here. So this is quite a nice spawn. Double gold around the TC, double berries. The walling off for the Japanese is gonna be quite easy too. Look at this, 1 wall here, boom, wall here. You got even more food and gold accessible. So Japanese is a pretty good spawn. This area is pretty open, but I think that's gonna be fine. Second barracks, no units yet. We see Takezaiku coming in, which is the second wheelbarrow. No double broad axe yet. Very pretty, very pretty base from Karen actually. And a pretty base from Joe. We gotta give credit to both players. Look at that. Pretty bases from both the players. I appreciate it. This is game number 1, so they're just still chilling. You know, they're still playing normal game. We're gonna get wild very, very soon. Let me see if the scoreboard can be fixed. It does not look like it can. It looks pretty dead right now. So we're gonna have to go without the scoreboard until it either comes back or I don't know, something. Ona Bugacias are coming, aka the Bugattis, are on the way. Not too many. Doesn't seem like a constant production. Just seems like few to just put some pressure. And Bannerman is coming, which is like a man-at-arm that is a lot faster. Bannerman is coming in. He's slicing and dicing. He has +1 attack. Wait, does he have +1 attack? No, he doesn't. Okay, Bannerman gives himself the damage. I didn't know that. So Bannerman gives himself damage too, so he has 8+1. No melee upgrades for Karen yet. And Karen managed to stop the gold gathering right now. And age up for Joe is going to be late. This is actually pretty annoying right now. Like, Joe should be aging up right now, but because these few units Joe cannot age up. And this samurai, again, it's basically like a man-at-arm. And he can tank quite a bit. And Joe does not like this, I can tell you that. Look at his food. It's increasing more and more. And Karen can age up right now to castle. Even if Joe loses everything, he did what he wanted to. Or Karen, sorry, did what he wanted to. And not only Karen is on 2 town centers, but also a faster age up. And the longer this game goes, this is going to be better and better for Karen. And the Grand Fulani, while it's going to give instant boost and it's going to give crazy income, the longer the game goes, the 2 town centers is better. You know, a lot of people are giving Karen shit for her attitude, but the only seer has been through a lot. Her husband was in the military, he is fine, and her son is in college. She has dealt with a lot, and sometimes people don't understand that. I'm rooting for you, Karen. Don't let the haters get you down. Thank you guys for that beautiful copy pasta in the chat. I appreciate that. And now we know a little bit more about Karen. The Yorishiros are going in forges. Both Yorishiros are in the forges, so they're going to be gathering that gold. Walls are coming in, like I mentioned here earlier. Should probably make a little tiny wall here too, and then slowly, eventually, wall this off. But let's check the unit counts. What do we got? We have barracks coming for Joe. We got archer ranges with veteran archer upgrade. We got sofas. We got veteran sofas. No mosque, but Karen will be getting the relics. I don't know where the monk is. Shinto priest goes down. Dented in, actually. Falls face flat there. Eco upgrades. Again, Japanese upgrades are bugged. You cannot see them. He has level 2 wheelbarrow. He has mining, and he has double broadaxe. So all feudal age upgrades are in. And now we're just gonna see a shit ton of units from Mali, and this is kind of what you usually see, so this is pretty standard. What are we going to see from Karen? That's what I want to know. We do see wheelbarrow level 3 coming in. We do see Odachi, which increases the damage against infantry for samurais. And we also see +1 melee armor, actually. He also has +1 melee attack, which doesn't show. Check W. They gotta fix that. And what is the plan for Japanese right now? A lot of Onas coming out. More barracks. Another forge. I don't see a monastery right here. And Malian is coming. And this is the point where you gotta hold or you're dead. Literally, that's it. It's really that simple, guys. You either die right now or you live longer to maybe try again later. The Malian army is coming. And the units are going to be hitting the wood line immediately. No wall here. I mentioned that'd be a pretty good thing to do. No wall. The units are coming in. 2, 3, 4 villagers go down already. The archers are snacking. 5, 6 villagers go down. The Japanese army is a little bit slow. He's going to try to harass on the other side, but 6 villagers already? I mean, what did he even lose? He lost almost nothing. Look at that, 0 units killed. 0 value gained so far. The workers are AFK, and Joe is coming in again. He wants that booty. The units are coming in. They are fighting, but I feel like Malian maybe has way too many. 4 villagers killed on the other side. Musafati warriors are being made too. So this is going to be Musafati warrior Sofa Archer comp. And this might be a quick one for Karen. She is not appreciating that. Calling the manager right now. And oh la la. The archers are pouring in. No poison arrow yet. Villagers are idle. Both TCs are packed up to full. Not enough unit production for Japanese, I feel like. Just Onas are being produced, but Onas are getting dented in pretty hard. And even if samurais are coming, there's Musafati warriors as well. Sacre bleu! Not even +1 range attack for Joe. Joe don't give a fuck. He's just going in. Karen. Karen is getting cooked right now. And more units are coming, but I don't think Joe's going to be... Oh my god, Joe added more production. Joe, bro, stop. Joe is making even more production. Even more upgrades are coming. He's getting +1 melee armor against the Japanese Onas because that reduces their DPS by quite a lot. And Karen is trying to hold a lot of idle villagers. Not enough food. There's nothing being produced. And Joe! A quick 1-0. Wow. A quick 1-0. Very dominant. Very straightforward. Destruction. We just had Japanese go down for Karen. Joe winning with Malians. And the next matchup is 4 lakes. And the matchup is Abbasid Dynasty versus Rus. This is one of the OG matchups, I feel like. Not necessarily super common, I guess, Abbasid of 4 lakes, but it was a decently common one, especially Rus. I mean, Rus was known to be played on 4 lakes every single game. So, game number 2. Karen is going to be playing as the Abbasid Dynasty. And in the top side, we got Joe playing as the Green Rus. That being said, I have learned so much throughout this subathon, by the way. Things that I've never done before, aka subathon is number 1. Managing goals, organizing events. Usually people are steering about organizing one tournament. I've organized a show match, which is mix of 2v2 1-on-1. Organized the FFA tournament, which is decently complicated to organize because it was hidden name, so I had to message 8 players individually. I've organized now Hidden Cup for 1-on-1. And what I learned is next time I need a fucking admin. So I can run the stream and I just go, yo guys, we're game 1. Yo, next series is ready. Let's jump into it. Boom, boom. That's it. And now we know. And that's, again, if I organize tournaments in the future, if I do another subathon in the future, now I know where I need help beforehand. Also, another thing, I mentioned this yesterday. A lot of this organizing would be a lot easier if I wasn't time restricted. So for example, if we reach a goal, I kind of have to do it somewhat soon. So when we reach the Hidden Cup goal on Monday evening, I messaged the players already on Tuesday evening, and then we started Thursday because that was the earliest that we could organize it, right? And then everything has to be in the moment because I couldn't have asked the players like 2 weeks ago, hey, do you want to play in the Hidden Cup? Because I don't know when it would have been, right? I don't know if it would happen or when it would have been. So I had to do a lot of stuff in the moment. Just letting you guys know. But honestly, reaching 10,000 fucking subs is insane. 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 And also, I want to give a shout out to my mods who helped a shit ton during the subathon. A shit ton. Psycho. Clippy holding the fort during the night. Psycho holding the fort during the day. I don't know when he's sleeping at all, actually. I don't get it. He's online during the day, during the night. I don't know. Cascade is online at 7 a.m., but he's also there at 4 a.m. when I go to bed. So I don't know when he's sleeping either. So I just want to say I appreciate the mods. I thank the mods. And I literally would not be able to do the subathon without, because there's way too much shit to do. Way too much. Thank you, boys. That's right. Cascade doesn't sleep. Alright. Let's get back into the game. Oh, is he going to kill it? Okay. Karen, 1 scout. And we got Joe with 1 scout.
I finished with 80 bounty. 80.
Hold on. Hold on. We don't know if it's 80 bounty. Hold on. Joe, 245 bounty, actually. 245 bounty right now. So, what do we have? We have a dock for Abbasid. 1 dock into House of Wisdom. A lot slower age up, and this is normal. And wow, Joe is actually walling everything. Okay, Joe does not want to be docked by the Abbasid. And the villager's coming! But where are you going? Oh la la. You know, it'd be funny if you can like place a dock here or something. Because sometimes you can place a dock in like here. So Joe is not taking any risks. And as Rus on this map, there are 4 deep water fish per pond. So what you do is you just put 1 fishing ship per deep water fish and you're done. Now as the Abbasid is already on 2 docks. And Abbasid will have will take longer time to actually fill in these deep water fish with fishing ships because he's going to need more. Rus is very efficient on this map. Very, very efficient. And we see the dock attempt here, but he doesn't know. Literally doesn't know. That is not going to work. Can this work here, maybe? Nope. That's not going to work either. He's going to try. There might be a chance he can put it there. I've seen some weird dock placements, but... Nope. Nope. He walks home. Unlucky, brother. He could run here and YOLO it. Now, I do want to say Culture Wing for Abbasid. Now, the thing about Rus on this map is because you get all that bounty, that means that you don't need to mine gold, so your age up is incredibly quick. Look at this, 517 age up with 4 fishing ships. And now he's getting a dock on the other side, and he's walling in. So Joe says, you know what, I don't want any of the tricky shit. I want to make fishes, or fishing ships, and I don't want you to disturb it. By the way, we haven't seen Iobid 1 series. Iobid has been banned every single series. I was about to say, why is he going for Culture Wing? Why is he not going for the Gamba Wing? And I was like, oh yeah, it's Abbasid, it's not Iobid. Karen, so another thing that you kind of need to do with other civs on 4 lakes is you want to be building a dock here and here so that you don't need a lot of fishing ships for these far away fishes. But yeah, Joe is playing it really, really safe. He might be rushing castle here, or he might be going for production. Now that's a castle rush for sure. So the reason why this is a castle rush is because you're going to leave 7 villagers on wood to get fishing ships produced. And he is going to be using all his other villagers on food and gold. He actually probably needs to put more on gold if he wants to get upgrades and age up. But right now he is producing a knight, so he is going to do some harassment. There's 1 knight already out. Spearman is coming in from Karen. Karen with double barracks, getting the preservation of knowledge. And this is most likely going to be just a castle rush from Karen with that culture wing. We got some walls right here placed. And the fishing ships are now moving all together. And this is why Rus is OP on this map, because Rus doesn't need to move their fishing ships at all. Knight is trying to find villagers over here. Karen moving in, the spearman in position, gets a tap. Now remember, these villagers, or sorry, these knights are not like the French knights where they charge and auto attack and kill a villager. Although he doesn't get a villager in the end. He's gonna get 2! Karen! Oh la la, Karen. Loses 2 villagers right there from 1 knight and has spearmen. That is a pretty big loss. On the other side, we see extended lines coming in from... does he even need that? I guess he can get it. Extended lines coming from Joe. Knight is still alive. That's not going to work. If he runs in there, he's dead. On this other pawn, he's making more fishing ships. And so far, I am liking where Joe is at. Gets a charge off. Skips the spearman. Okay, garrisons quickly. A lot of damage taken. This knight is about to die. Wheelbarrow coming in for Joe. And yeah, like I mentioned, if he wants to get upgrades and everything, he needs more on the gold. Military wing is coming up for the Abbasid. And this is the interesting part. I feel that Abbasid versus Rus is actually quite good for Abbasid. The reason for that is the Abbasid gets more gather rate on all resources. So Rus gets gathering rate on food, right? With their bounty. But you don't really gather food as Rus on this map. You need to gather wood and gold. So that bonus is kind of out. Your fishing ships are better, but once Abbasid starts mass producing units with boot camp, it is very hard to stop. There can be mangonels, there can be a lot of things, and producing knights or horsemen might not be the most efficient thing to do. But the thing is, if you produce infantry units, you're not going to have a good time either. So I think it's a pretty good matchup for Abbasid from here on out. Now, obviously, Rus has knights. So if Abbasid like doesn't wall, or like if I'm Abbasid, probably just do a wall right here. Like just play it safe. If Abbasid starts taking knight damage and harassment damage, that's going to be pretty bad. But if Rus is making knights and Abbasid is not taking damage and has camel riders, that's going to be a really, really bad matchup for Rus from here on out. But we will see. High trade house, also on this map, usually not great. Usually not great. So, yeah. We see more barracks, so this is going to be Gulam crossbow for sure, and we already see spearmen moving across the map. Karen has reached the castle age, and again, if you're Rus and you're playing against Abbasid, and Abbasid is aging up before you, as someone who cannot speed up their age up, you know, like, okay, that's not, you know, perfect for me. It's not game over, but it ain't perfect. Mosque is coming up straight away. We got some spearmen AFK over here. He's gonna go for the dock potentially, but killing a dog doesn't do anything, right? Because fishing ship's already out. He might try to destroy a wall or something and then dock, or he might just try to destroy this and then dock there. Because killing the economy of water is pretty big. We see Spearman veteran upgrade coming in. The knights are right here. Karen does not see. Ooh, the unit. Oh. I don't know about that. 2 knights almost dead. 1 knight goes down. On the other side, camel riders are doing some harassment. And this is what I mean. Like, the units will be pouring in now for the Abbasid. +1 ranged armor is in. And they're going to both try to rush for relics and try to take as many relics as possible. We see Monastery coming in for Joe as well. That camel rider is still alive. Probably wants to keep that one alive because you want the debuff, right? Although he can make camel archer too, but it's pretty good to keep it. Now the gold is protected by Gremlin for now. It's a lot of archers. He is gonna just try to engage, I guess. More units over here. I feel like that's probably a misrally. And right now it's a game of you want to attack your opponent, but you also want to deny the relics. Boot camp is done. And it's going to be, once again, it's going to be a lot harder for the Rus to keep producing than it's going to be for the Abbasid. We see gremlins are coming, and that's going to be a defeat for the army. But the knights are very, very expensive, and any knight loss is a pretty big loss. Gremlins still got 33 seconds, so if you're Abbasid, you just gotta have to run. Abbasid second town center. Fresh foodstuffs is completed. And right now we just see Spearman, Crossbow, Gulam. And for Joe, we see Archer, Knight. Militia, it's gonna expire, but it's just gonna die anyway. Dock right here taking some damage. More barracks are coming. And let's not forget, Karen can just make a mangonel. And then what are you going to do as Joe? Like, you're not going to have a good time at all. At all. Economy. No wheelbarrow for Karen. That is a pretty big one. Karen, please. It's cheaper too. Come on. Okay, gets the wheelbarrow. That's good. Proud of you, Karen. He's not getting any other military upgrades from the blacksmith. No +2 wood. Relics. 2 for Karen and 1 for Joe right now. And if Abbasid gets 3 relics, which Abbasid will get 3 relics because this is the 3rd relic that Abbasid will get, I would say that's a pretty big win for Abbasid. Rus has warrior monks, which are obviously faster. Like, they move faster and you can potentially get relics quicker and easier. So the fact that Abbasid is the one with the 3 relics, I would say another good thing for him. Maybe wants to make some more fishing boats as the Abbasid on this side. He has a good amount on this one, but I feel like maybe lacking some on this one. This one is like not used at all. Gold runs out, and this is where potential problems start for Joe. By the way, neck and neck. Look at that. Worker count, almost identical. Military count, almost identical. Second relic coming in. Veteran horsemen are upgraded. And we see a horseman switch from the knights. Now, walls are coming in like that. Is he going to see the army? The Mangonel is in. There is no scout with this army. And Karen will see the army with the Gulam. Karen sees the army. If Joe enters this woodline, he is going to be fudged real bad with this Mangonel. Oh no, he shoots. Okay, he actually gets a fat shot there. Okay, maybe it was a good decision to shoot. He also doesn't see the archers until now, actually. I just realized that. He didn't see the archers because they were in, he was in forest. Oh, that's a fat shot right there. The horsemen get on top of the crossbows. But the thing is, does it matter if he loses the crossbows? Because what are the crossbows countering? There's no knights. The only thing that's left is horsemen and archers. So losing the crossbows is obviously not great, but there's not a lot of units that crossbows are going to do really good against. So if you look, the economy is getting worse for Joe because now Karen is on 2 TCs. Fishing, pretty much more or less the same. Joe gets both sacred sites. And if you look at the vision from Joe, doesn't see a lot. If you look at the vision from Karen, that's pretty good. Has towers around the map. Towers on the right, tower on the left. So the night run-bys are going to be very hard to do. The Mangonel, the first one went down. The second one is being made. The knights are trying to run by. He sees it with the tower, I think. Yeah, he saw that for sure with the tower. Barely, but he did see it. And where do the knights go? Oh, there's a lot of stuff to kill for the knights. Actually, I just saw that. He needs to run north. On these guys, he's got to run back. He just needs to wall. Like, these night run-bys are only painful because of no walls. Once the walls go up, this will be like a non-issue. And then Abbasid... Oh, Mango. Oh, no, they're reshuffling. Oh, la la. So what Joe just did is selected all the units and sent them back. And they started reshuffling in the formation, causing the Mango to get a fat shot. All the Abbasid wants is to fight straight up. And the only way to force a straight up fight in this point and not have this clowning with the horsemen and knights running around is just do a wall in the middle, prevent that shit, and just do a straight up push. One Mangonel is all he needs. He's not going to go for more. He's making double ram. And I think he's just going to go not for gold. Wow, look at that's a value camp right there. He's not going to go for gold. He's going to go for Gremlin and insta win. He is not messing around. He is not messing around at all. Good raids from Joe. He's going to kill some villagers, but that doesn't make him ahead. That just doesn't even make him ahead in a villager. He's just equalizing a little bit. That's about it. 3 rams are coming. What does Joe have? He's producing crossbow, archer, horseman. Springle now coming in. And Karen might be taking a little bit too long. This is what I was talking about. If Karen walls off, then the push can happen a lot faster. And the more time passes, Joe has more and more units, more and more prepared, more and more Springles. But is it going to matter? 5 rams are coming right now. 5. Not 1. Not 10. Not 4. Right? 5. Rams are in. Now what Karen needs to do is grab all the units and just beat his ass. More horsemen are trying to run bys, but it's a lot harder to run by when your opponent is right in front of your base right now. If Karen wants, can also make some Springles. Not aware of the siege yet, or the counter siege, I guess, the Springle. The horsemen are running around. I don't know about this. That's 24 spearmen chasing. Maybe just, yeah, he has reinforcements. He's more than fine. These are like all the spearmen. Okay, he sends some home and keeps the rest. And this is going to be, like I said, a really, really rough push. 2 Springles are out, but there's no way that this Gremlin doesn't go down. No, no way. With 5 Rams, that is not going to be a quick one. Quick kill on the Rams, and I think the Gremlin will go down. Good positioning for Joe, trying his best. Mangle is coming in. Oh, gets a shot, actually. I mean, considering those 2 Springles, getting a shot is a success there. Damages some units. Gremlin is going to go down. There is a Mangonel from the other side. Now, Karen can either split units and attack the Mangonel, like he is, or can retreat and maybe make a Springle or something. But I think the amount of units that Karen has is probably enough to just push through right here. Can also yoink the relics, by the way. I don't know if there's any... there is a monk somewhere. It's on the sacred side. Could also yoink the relics, and I think this is the beginning of the end of Joe. And beginning of the end of Rus going down. Golems are now in the worker line on the trees. 3 Golems. They're going to be denting in the villagers left and right. And looking pretty bad. Mango gets a good shot. Well, almost a good shot. Now, I think if you're Karen, you say, okay, let's chill. Let's make 5 Springles and we go again. And I think that's exactly what you do. Just go back, right? Why would you attack into 2 mangoes now? The units are running back. I don't think this is intentional. I think, yep, okay. Go back, make like 3, 4, 5 Springles, and just go again. Good defense from Joe, though. Joe survives. And surprisingly, the army count is very similar. Now, Karen was ahead almost by twice the army supply. Now it's almost equal. And Karen is now transitioning to horsemen. Could use a camel rider, by the way, for the debuff. Because there's a lot of... 10 horsemen now from the enemy. I guess not needed. 44 crossbows, though. And now Joe is pushing in. This is a bit scary. Like, I feel like once the horsemen are out, I feel like the Mangles get popped and it's going to be a real bad time. How many stables do we have? 7 stables, 5 finished. 6 about to finish. Maybe that's enough. And Joe has no idea, by the way. Joe is completely clueless about this. Joe El no sabe, literally. He literally does not know, guys. The horsemen are coming in. They're definitely going to kill the first Mangonel. The second Mangonel is a bit more hidden. But 1 Mangonel against this whole army is not enough. And I think Joe is about to get eaten alive. The Mangonel gets exposed. The Golems are going to get onto it. And Joe has nothing to deal with the horsemen. The horsemen are now the strongest unit all of a sudden. It's a lumber camp right there. And this army is quite massive. The villager count is... I guess Joe keeps killing villagers. So Karen is still not like super far ahead. It's pretty even actually. The relics are being retaken. And the players are slowly but surely running out of food. Upgrades for Karen. Super good right now. For Joe on the other side, no horticulture, no mining, specialized pick. Military upgrades are pretty much done for both. And I gotta say, that was a really good defense from Joe, because there was definitely a massive timing from Karen. But I think the not making Springles, not our TC here, by the way, not making Springles definitely made it a lot harder to push in. We do see some Camel Riders coming as well. Love to see that, because there's 18 horsemen, so debuffing those is quite big. Good split up from Joe. 1 horseman splits up to have the other horseman follow it. Look, another split up, but Karen paying attention, not AFK. Pretty good play from both. So what Joe is doing is splitting up one last horseman from the pack and sending it left so that the cavalry chases it. If you aim move the cavalry will chase that horseman. But then Karen twice redirected the horseman after seeing that. So, pretty good play from both of those. Pretty good play from both of those. Dude, this is so... Karen, just make walls, man. Just make walls. You made so many. Just plug the fucking wall right here. Just wall. Alright, I'm back. Maybe even fucking Stonewall. You know what I mean? Economy wing coming up. And why is economy wing coming up? Because Karen probably wants to transition to farms right now. The cavalry is once again back in. Did you guys know that since the DLC released, when the horsemen have the camel debuff, they're shining purple? You guys see that? You guys see that little purple trail right there? You guys see that? It's very subtle, but you can see it. Karen ain't taking no for an answer this time. Now there's none because there's no camels. No, there is purple. There is purple, 100%. This is in the latest DLC. It was added. It did not exist before. I'll try to show you again once we have camel near cavalry. Farms are coming in. Oh my god, he made farms just before this thing finished. Kick W. And Spaskaya Tower coming in from Joe. Joe a little bit stuck in his base. This is his last gold, and the next gold is this one right here. And Joe, if he doesn't get out of his base, that's gonna be a lot of trouble. Still no fucking walls. Joe, you're killing me. Oh, not Joe, Karen. Karen, you're killing me. That's a massive army right now. More villagers for Karen. More relics for Karen. Sacred sites for Karen. Karen should probably get the other sacred site. Okay, Karen is making an imam. Trying to get the sacred site. Oh my god. Oh, yo, Spaskaya, yo. Oh, his units are actually really low in health. Okay, see the purple? Do you see the purple now? Do you see the purple behind them? Look, now it's gone. You see that? You can't see. If you can't see the purple, you might be colorblind. Here we go. 2 mangonos coming in hot. This is not a good engagement for Karen right now. Still getting harassed on the other side, refusing to make walls. Just does not want to make walls. And the mangonos are about to shoot on this side. And Karen, is this going to be a throw? Is this going to be a throw right here? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. The horsemen are 35 villagers killed. 35. Joe is pushing forward. Joe's gonna make a keep right here as well. Forward, keep. Tower's gonna go down. Another tower's about to go down. Karen is looking to do a massive engage in the middle. Karen is going for it. The Camel's got 400 fucking health. That keep is not going to go down for now. Good concave right here. But there's so many units from Joe. The Camels are getting stuck on one spearman. Look at that one hero. Look at that champion right there. Culverin is out. Culverin pops a Mangonel. He's going to pop the other one too. But these are elite crossbows now denting in. Another horseman in the back still harassing. No archers, by the way, from the Abbasid. Camels are still trying something. Not working out too great. And Karen has 3,000 gold. The Culverin is going to go down as well. Oh la la. Oh la la. 70 army versus 30. Karen in shambles. Joe with the comeback. Definitely was really far behind. Waited long enough. Waited for his chance. Got one good fight. And now he's snowballing it back. Where are the gremlins? Wait, did I miss them? Oh, they just died. Okay, my bad. He does have 2 sacred sides, but I have a feeling that's not going to really last. And what an unfortunate game. 68 army supply versus 24. Karen is looking pretty dead. Horsemen are coming out, but there are spearmen. Horsemen, hand cannoneer, but there are spearmen already out. 2.3k stone. Maybe wants to make more keeps or something. Probably keeping the main base and like over here would be pretty good. Just to buy some time. Because if there were keeps, then Joe can't push in here, right? Karen is trying to go for it once again. Not a lot of spearmen, actually. Only 5 spearmen here for Joe. Hand cannoneers are denting. But does it even matter? Trading better, but Joe has got a lot of units coming. The economy right now is way better for... the income, sorry, is way better for Karen. But he needs a keep or something. He needs a keep to just help hold this for a bit, stabilize, and then try to go again. And hold up, Joe is slowly losing stuff, but Karen is now losing villagers on the left side. 2.6k stone in the bank. Hand cannoneers are blasting. University upgrades. Does not have chemistry yet, but now it doesn't have resources to afford it. Horsemen are still coming out. Villagers are running. Where are they running? I have no idea. They're going to go into the town center. And Joe gets pushed back. This is a really back and forth right now. Joe gets pushed back finally. A Mangonel is coming out. That Mangonel might go down just as fast as it came out. That horseman is going to get it. Look at this. Not quite. 102 villagers versus 106. Sacre bleu. Mangonel, okay. And now this is going to be a battle for the gold. Whoever gets this gold is most likely going to win the game. Karen already mined out the gold on her side of the map. Yeah, the big gold is out. This is Karen's last gold. Karen needs to get this if she wants to fight here. The hand cannoneers are pumping. There's a bombard emplacement coming in here. Karen, bring your shit and make a keep right here. Karen made another keep somewhere. I have no fucking idea where. Keep on the sacred side. Okay. I would really like a keep here, though. Like, this is the main contention point. And the thing is, Karen has been producing gold units. And if you look at Joe, Joe does not have gold. Joe is out of gold right now. And Joe is producing spearmen, horsemen. Some streltsy. But Karen has been producing hand cannoneer horsemen. Joe does not have enough for keep. A lot more units I feel like coming for Karen now, and better units as well. Good rates from Joe. There's action all over the place right now. 17 hand cannoneers. If this gold mining does not happen, it might be a GG actually. I think Karen has enough gold army to like just chill, but Joe needs this gold badly. We see it keep being made with a couple of units. Bombard tower right here. Karen has enough stone for another keep, but the keep is not being made, and now Joe is making a keep. If that keep, oh my God, no, don't lose your hand cannoneers. Oh la la! If those hand cannoneers go down, that's really bad. That's really bad. I mean, that's his whole army. It's in those hand cannoneers right now. Okay, has enough to tank. Now, this keep is gonna protect that gold. So, what Karen can do is either get a main gun or something and shoot at the gold villagers, or try to make like bombard, but there's no gold for bombard, there's no wood for ram, so there is a stone here, but I mean Karen has enough stone to make whatever. And oh god, this keep is not gonna finish, is it? I don't think that keep is gonna finish. Boiling oil is not researched. There is a keep here that is gonna finish. Joe is aware. Joe is gonna try to recap that, but I think another keep right here, and that might be game over. More villagers are coming. If another keep goes down here, I think it's over. Breaking double keep is gonna be really, really, really hard. Karen, realizing sacred site is approaching. Cannon emplacement on the keep. Now does not go with the second keep. Goes for cannon emplacement. Is sacred time? Sacred timer is stopped right now. 3 minutes 2 seconds. And Sacre Bleu all of a sudden. We had a monster dog in behind. The other sacred site. So Joe could try to get to this one with horsemen, but there are double keeps, so I'm not sure how that's gonna work. In 2 minutes and 40 seconds for the sacred site timer, this is not looking good for Joe. Dude, this game was so back and forth actually, and this is why, by the way, Four Lakes is one of my favorite maps to watch and play, because it's so fucking wild. Like, the games are so action-packed. Their games are like, you rarely see like a bad game on Four Lakes. You never see like, oh, this guy pushed and this guy died. It's always like super, super action-packed. There's no camping. There's no nothing. Whammon's leaving. Where you going? Alright, sounds good. Thank you. We do see sacred side is 1 minute and 30. Joe is trying to break the other side. This is still close, by the way. The sacred side is going to get stopped. Now, if you're Karen, you pull all your shit. Oh, no. Karen has all the units on this side. Oh, Karen, you got to redirect immediately, sister. You got to redirect immediately. I don't know if Karen realizes, but no boiling oil means that these units can just attack here without a problem. Karen, you don't need units there. I mean, there's some units, sure, but you have bombard emplacement right there. Needs units on this side immediately. Immediately. Joe is redirecting everything here. There's some units there, sure, but this is way too many units to defend that. Horsemen do arrive from the left side. Hold my potato. The units are coming in on the left and coming in on the right. Can Karen hold both sides? 102 villager kills right now. I feel like that's going to be a hold. Karen looks good on the left, looks good on the right. This side gets completely butchered right now. The right side is still a question mark. Do we have maybe gremlins or some shit? No, there's only 2 gremlin tickets. More horsemen are arriving. Sacred side timer is 40 seconds right now. 40 seconds right now. The units are chilling on the sacred side. Wow. And that might be it. That might be it. The Rams, hold on. The Rams are going to destroy this keep very, very quickly. Sacred Side timer is 8 seconds. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Wow. G to the G. So there's some weird interaction, and I've reported this to the devs. So when you stop another sacred site from ticking, and then you put your units on the first one, when the other units die, the first sacred site will not be stopped anymore. It will keep counting down. So if Joe moved away units from the sacred site and put the units back in, it would stop it. Right? But either way, I don't think that Joe could have broken that, because the units on the top all died, and there's still so many hand cannoneers and stuff that it would not have worked. I think that's how that works. But GG's, Joe does not manage to stop the sacred side, and we have Karen equalizing the score to 1-1. Oh God.
Okay. I think that was it. Yeah. Maybe we should make it a little broader. I think we should.
We're back with game number 3. Oh, people watching this on YouTube, you're gonna see me cast game 2 and then have this in game 3. This was part of the subathon goal, where I shaved my hair straight through the middle like this. But tonight I'm going bald. So if you gotta deal with the creation, it is what it is. Maybe if it's too hard to look at, maybe put like a sticker on the camera of mine so you guys can't see me, something like that. But it is what it is.
Monday.
So that being said, we are in game number 3. We got green over here, Joe playing as Jeanne d'Arc, and we have Karen playing as the Byzantines. So the reason why we had to reschedule the rest of this match is because there was like urgent maintenance yesterday. We had some delays on day 1, but hopefully on day 2 we're gonna be all good with no delays, no mess ups, no maintenance, no nothing. So we see the stone build coming from Karen right now, and yeah, we'll see what happens. Jeanne d'Arc versus Byzantines. Now Byzantines can camp, like you can go 2 town centers, so it's possible that Byzantines aka Karen goes for 2 TCs and then just decides to kind of play it from then on out, maybe not try to give Joe too much experience. And Jeanne d'Arc will most likely be trying to fight with knights, force fights, and get some experience. What elo are they? These are top pro players. This is a serious tournament, serious competition. Okay, even though, listen, even though I got, this, but it is serious, okay? It is serious stuff. So, for the people watching on YouTube, I've been doing a subathon 24/7. I've been live. This is day 16. I obviously sleep during the night, but I just woke up like 30 minutes ago, so if I'm a little more dented than usual, not talking about my hair, that's why it is. That's why it's happening, alright? So, we see School of Cavalry coming from Byzantines. We see Karen going for that new build that we have been seeing with Byzantines, where you go for triple cistern in basically not Dark Age fully, but before you age up to feudal, sorry. and we see Grand Winery is coming. So I think if this was any other matchup, I think Karen would go for Hippodrome and maybe be aggressive. But because I think this is the matchup that it is versus Jeanne d'Arc, I think this might be some kind of more passive build, maybe even like a castle rush, maybe even just straight up 2 TCs. I am not sure, but we see an age up with 5 right now. So we see the lumber camp coming in, and that wood line is a bit far away actually. That is not like a normal wood line is like here, so that is a bit far away, which playing against knights is not ideal. Oh, this might actually just be a second town center from Karen. Actually, I just looked at the stone. He has way too much stone, so I think Karen just put 2 on stone. Maybe change his mind, because I'm not sure why you wouldn't just try to age up faster, but maybe trying to confuse his opponent. I don't know, but that looks like a second town center unless he's gonna double cistern immediately. So we'll see. Joe is gonna go up for, like I said, School of Cavalry. Jeanne d'Arc aging up with 1 villager puts you very close to level 2. So he's gonna build a house here as well, and by the time that house finishes, a little bit of walking distance, and the level up is going to happen. And we see JD going straight for that boar, and there's a wolf and a boar and another wolf. So no wolves on this side. Oh, there's one here. There's one here actually as well. So it's gonna go for straight up wolves. I think the age up is about to come in. Probably doesn't want to kill that. Okay, well, I guess the XP is still not close to leveling up. So getting 12 XP there and still not leveling up. Maybe the hero was a bit further behind than I thought. The other side, what do we see? Yeah, this is going to be a second town center. Here would be ideal. So you can get this berry patch, you protect this berry patch. Maybe you can do a little wall here. You get the berries in the back. But obviously the knights are already out, so I don't think you can be picking too much, and this might be a problem. So Joe is going on the wrong side. Joe literally doesn't know. If he knew the TC was there, that would be a lot of trouble for Karen. And Joe is going all the way around, which I gotta say, this TC from Karen, it looks safe. It is not. The TC is barely in range, but the TC has no units inside, so the TC would not really help too much here. Hero levels up. He's gonna go for that boar right there. It's really nice when you play JD and both boars are on the same side of the map, because you don't have to spend like a lot of time running around getting the boar, you know, getting that XP. Now the question is, what is... we know what Joe's gonna do, right? We already see it. Knights are coming. He's gonna be trying to force fights. Oh, Scout goes down actually. Okay. I feel like this is... So Scout's trading, I think, is worse for Karen, because Joe saw everything, right? Joe knows what's happening, but Karen did not. So Karen now does not know if this is going to be like a 1 town center, 2 town centers. Thank you so much. What is that?
I started, but there was a clump.
Oh, it's okay. Sometimes I like to chew it. Thank you. So if I'm Karen, you don't really know what's happening. And by the way, Joe can just rebuild a scout because he has School of Cavalry, and he's doing that already. He's got 2 stables, and this is very important for you to know, by the way. This is, as Karen, you need to know this. You cannot just play and hope that, oh, my opponent, let's hope he's not going for 2 stables. Because going for stables in an archer range, or double stable, or second TC makes a huge difference in how you're going to play this as Karen. So I like that Joe dove there, killed off the scout, and traded that information. He's going to go in. Joe doesn't give a fuck right now. He's going to get a villager. That's a lot of idle though. Oh, almost gets a villager. He activated the, what's it called? The Akratoid defenses. Because the villagers have +2 armor on everything, and they have more damage. So Akratoid defenses get activated, and that's why that villager survived on 1 HP, because of the more armor. So, I feel that for Joe, it's kind of clear. Like, he wants to go for it. For Karen on the other side, I feel like this is kind of scary. Like, your second TC is protecting your main berries. If the TC was here, I would say, okay, this is, you know, let's see what happens. But Karen actually has to go for basically 10 on wood to not just necessarily produce buildings, but to instantly go into olive groves. Which, if set up and if he survives, is going to be great. Oh god, oh god. And this is the part where the two stables hit in. Oh la la. And the XP gain is happening. Joe is just diving. He's got +1 range attack already, or +1 range defense. Another 9 experience. That was 4 Limitanei, I think, dying. Another scout goes down, but what did he lose? He just lost a scout. So really good micro from Joe. Just scout lost and nothing else. So, Keshiks are now coming out. He's gonna go around. He's checking the boar, but this boar has not been killed yet, which is kind of funny. I wonder if he's gonna use Keshiks to kill it, because he's gonna lose a lot of HP. But and Karen going for the Keshik mercenary. I've seen this mercenary camp is really popular among the other top players, but I just don't really see the value. Like, I mean, yeah, you get the harassment, but you still, like, if you got French knights or something, like, okay, but you're getting Keshiks, which is like the budget knight. And after that you get Gulams, which is like kick W. Elephants are really nice in the super late game, but I don't know. I especially if you're going for oil build, I think going for even camel riders, or javelin throwers to camel riders would be pretty good, but we'll see what comes out of it. We'll see how much value the Keshiks are gonna get. He's checking the deer, he's checking the boar, and again, Karen has no idea this is double stable. And now has no idea that there's archers on the way too. Second barracks coming in from Karen, so at least realizing maybe this is more knights than it should be. The knights are coming. There are enough Limitanei. 8 is more than enough. And these knights, dude, they don't give a fudge right now. Maybe needs to activate a shield wall here, just to tank those archers a little bit. And Joe is just going into it. He does not give a fudge right now. The hero is going in. Good micro from Joe, by the way. Look at that. Charging the weakened... Okay, charging... This is really big. Charging the weakened knights on the villagers, but not actually following through and then running them away. So this was really, really good micro from Joe. Damn, that was really good micro, actually. Karen losing villagers left and right. The worker supply is ahead from Karen, but because Karen does not have +1 range attack and Joe has +1 range defense, we can see that these knights are tanking 2 TCs with 22 villagers inside. 22 villagers inside. So really good micro from Joe. These knights again get saved. The hero has to be... Wait, I thought she's wielding a bow for a second. I was like, wait, what? They did not use the melee abilities? We see some Keshiks that I completely missed. Holy fuck, 10 worker kills. Okay, guys, it's too early. It's too early. 10 worker kills for Karen. Okay, I was like, wait, how's the worker count so bad? That's on me. That's on me. No, Joe lost 10 villagers. This is how many villagers you killed. So, Joe, green, killed 9, and Karen killed 10. So what happened is, I'm assuming because Keshiks are here, that Keshiks went around, and during that fight, the Keshiks were mowing down the villagers forever, probably. And now, 50 workers versus 32? Now, this is the thing about 1 TC aggression versus 2. If you are getting kills, that's great. That's amazing. But if you're not if you're losing stuff behind it as well, it becomes a lot worse. Now, Karen had so much idle time that there's actually no Limitanei out. There was 2 Limitanei that were super low HP. Can almost do another round of Kashix in 27 oil. And the villagers are completely idle. This is in a way like for Joe, it's I mean 1TC is all in, right? But in a way it's like you need to all in even harder now because you lost so many villagers. And we see the Akritoid defense gets activated. These villagers got more damage, they got more armor, but they're getting mowed down right now. And Joe, level 3, gets activated. I'm assuming this is going to be Man-at-Arms champions coming out, because those deal bonus damage against Spearmen, and literally the only thing that Karen is making is Spearmen right now. There's a market right there, maybe to buy some food, or I don't know, to try something. The farm transition is still coming, but one thing to note is Joe doesn't have a lot of eco upgrades, just wheelbarrow, but Karen has none. 0. Even though there's a lot of gold, I think maybe like trying to micro at different places, trying to micro the Kashix, trying to micro the units. For getting some of the eco upgrades, gets specialized pick first, cancels it, uses 120 gold to buy something, which was most likely food, and then, or maybe it was stone actually? I'm not sure. Oh, it might have been stone actually. We see 316 stone right now. Maybe gonna try to get double tower. Getting a blacksmith, like I said, I mean, it's a bit too late to get a blacksmith now and +1, but getting that one ranged attack would make these knights take a lot more damage, so that these dives, you know, they wouldn't be impossible, but they would be like a lot more bigger of an investment. 33 kills right now, by the way. Sheesh. We see Kashik over here running around. We see a ram coming. Another ram coming, and Joe is going for it. Joe is going for the throat. And this is rough. This is the thing, by the way. Whenever someone asks me, why is it bad to go for farms early? Do you guys see why it's bad to go for farms early? You have to put so many villagers on wood in order to make farms. And then your farm eco takes a while to actually start going. You need eco upgrades as well. You need at least level 1 horticulture to make it decent. And your opponent is doing none of that. Your opponent is not only not making farms, but they're going on deer and boar, which is even higher gather rate than farms. So you're just like, not only you're behind by gathering, but you're behind by the fact that you have to create the farms, which cost resources that could have been units. Kashyyyks are back once again, so Karen doing the same thing with the counterattack. These towers are upgraded, no HP upgrade on them, no fortify outpost. The TC will go down. Now, there are 11 Limitanei, and this is so many units. Kashyyyks are harassing everywhere, so causing good idle time. Cause some idle time here, cause some idle time on the right side, but we do see Joe is going to go for engagement. Look at that Q now. Wait. Okay, that wasn't that amazing of a Q, but 3 more Holy Wraths are in. Look at this. Boop. Oh la la. And that might be it. John's champions are also out, by the way, which do like 23 damage, I want to say, against spearmen. And those are the 3 men-at-arms that Jean spawns as level 3. And they do 23 damage per hit on Limitanei, which is crazy. That was game number 3. We're going to be going into game number 4. The next map is going to be Gorge. What do you mean the hair pot? Like, what? Let me fix up, guys. That's why you guys don't like my hair. Let me just fix it up a little bit. Okay, there we go. And here it is. Game number 4 is going to be on Gorge, and we're seeing one of the also, you know, just like English French, I feel like English Mongol is a bit of a throwback too. Now, this matchup has evolved through the ages quite a bit. Mongol used to be one of the most popular civs back in the day. So were, obviously, English were always one of the most popular. And you know, it used to be the fact that Mongol was getting dented by English because people really didn't know how to play Mongol. And then there was like a bunch of towers near your TC, and the Longos are killing your Uvu, and you're like trying to rush castle with 0 units so you can get access to Lancers. And then the matchup transitioned into TC English, and Mongol was aggressive, and then it transitioned to trade from Mongol, and then English trying to stop it. And I feel like that's where we're at right now as well. We're at a point where the Mongol will most likely be trading, and then the English will be trying to prevent the trade. And hold up! Oh, okay. Okay, never mind. Wait, does Joe know that? Wait, did Joe see that man-at-arm? Oh! Wait, did he do... Wait, I'm confused. Did he? He might have done a Falcon that refreshed already, but I'm not actually sure. We see man-at-arm coming, and... Let me check something. Okay, another thing that we saw that might have ticked off Joe, by the way, is maybe seeing the scout go deep. I do want to say, by the way, I've communicated with players a little bit, and some of them are just openly like PMing me, but a lot of players are like loving to guess who they're playing against, and I just do like a, you know, I don't tell them obviously like, yeah, you're playing against that guy. I just do like a smiley face, or I just say interesting, right? Some of them are very wrong, some of them, you know, maybe close to the truth. So I actually wonder if Joe knows who he is playing against and knows that Karen likes to do this, maybe in like their practice or something. But maybe Karen doesn't know who Joe is. You know what I mean? There's a lot of guessing going around, and we see 2 men-at-arms for Karen. Now these men-at-arms have 2 melee armor. The horsemen, basically what you want to do is not fight with horsemen. What you want to do is charge and then do damage that way. So not straight up engage, because the men-at-arm would beat their ass. But you want to do this. Do a little charge. Go back, and that's the only way that Mongol horsemen are going to beat them. If you stand and fight, the men-at-arms have more armor and actually have faster attack speed. So they would DPS down the horsemen a lot quicker. So that's why he was doing that charge thing, trying to pick it off. Look, another charge, boom. And eventually 3-2, the man-at-arms, also a little bit more dented than usual, are gonna go down. So Karen not having a good time right now. The manager will definitely be cold. Council Hall is going up. We see coming up right here. Second house. I kind of like the opening from Karen, actually, now that I think about it. Obviously, it did not work out at all. Joe countered it, like, pretty well. But I like the opener from Karen because the chances of your gold or stone being open are extremely high, right? So let's say gold was here. Then the TC goes here, gold is protected. But then the stone has to be here, here, or here. So the men-at-arms will destroy the stone then, right? So I get the opening from Karen against Mongol specifically on this map. Like, it makes sense. But again, Joe going for them horsemen, managing to absolutely deny the men-at-arms, and the mining camp is going to be set on fire. So there's going to be some resources right there coming in for Joe as well. Yep, 25-25 coming in hot. And gets him the wheelbarrow. Look at that. Gets 25-25, gets that wheelbarrow. So here we go. We're gonna see what Karen decides to do. Look at you guys guessing who's who. I gotta say, chat was way more wrong looking at the predictions in the chat, like who the players are, than I thought you guys would. Yeah, these are only pro players. So, yeah, I thought some of the players people would be able to pick out immediately, right? But people are actually very, very off on the guesses who the players are. It could be Wayman. Yeah, it could be. Horsemen are coming around. They're no longer early horsemen. They are upgraded. Keshiks are coming out. Traders are coming out. By the way, deer stones. I didn't even see. I didn't even register with my brain. Deer stones are coming out for Joe. So no trading actually, which is very surprising. I know trade is not the greatest in this map, but the funny thing is Karen is actually going for 2 town centers. So if he went trade, this would have been perfect. But he still might go trade, obviously. You can go trade even with deer stones. But you can go like I mean there's build where you go that's gonna be annoying. Not gonna be doing a lot of damage if Karen just micros, but that's gonna be annoying. Now you can go instantly into Silver Tree, or you can go deer stones into market and it gets cancelled. Oh look, Karen. Yeah, I like that position better. That's a lot of units. We still do not see the market, by the way. Still no market. Blacksmith is now coming, and Joe doesn't give a fuck, man. Maybe Joe senses. Oh, going into the fucking. Yo, chill, Joe, chill, bro. Maybe sensing from last game that Karen may be a bit too greedy, maybe a bit too passive with expanding, and says, you know what, I'm just gonna go for it again. I mean, running under TCs worked out great last time, so let me try that thing again and see how that works out. What decides whether you get resources back from cancel or not? How much damage has been done to the building while constructing. So if you start building and then you immediately cancel, you get 100% back. If you start building and then the opponent gets 10% of it HP off while you were building, you lose, I think, 10% of resources. I think it's literally percent of the HP to resources. So if you're building something and it costs 100 wood and the opponent gets it to 1% and you cancel, you're gonna get 1 wood back. So yeah, it's relevant to the current HP. It's not. It's relevant to how much HP was taken away while constructing. Because if it's related to the current HP, that would mean if you start building something and cancel it, you would get no resources back because current HP is low. But it's not current HP, it's the current HP of the building, but the damage on the building counts. Yeah. Hair looking nice. Thank you, brother. It's a new style I'm going with. So we see farms from Karen. No eco upgrades for Karen again. And Joe doesn't give a fuck, man. I was talking about the styles of Mongol versus English. I was talking about what the meta was. And Joe is doing 1 TC Lancer Archer all in. Or Keshik Archer all in. And I'm gonna be honest, I don't know if Karen can hold this. Karen doesn't even know what is happening. Where's the scout? The scout is dead. Which would mean that... Oh la la, bro. When you gotta build your base like this, that is not a good look. Karen, with 40 villagers, will be getting further and further ahead on the villager count, but no eco upgrades, no military upgrades, +1/+1 coming in for Joe. Joe with only wheelbarrow, double ram. Karen, literally El No Sabe right now. Standing right there, 15 longbows, but these Keshiks, I have a feeling they're just gonna dive on their bow TCs. Remember, even if you cause idle time, you're still doing eco damage. And unless you are like getting efficient trade with army and your villagers not dying, then you're probably gonna fall behind eventually. The Rams are gonna come in, and this TC, you know, TCs are nerfed. It's not as good as before. 7 villagers in a TC is a lot less DPS than 10 that we used to have. Attack speed arrow, I think that was attack speed arrow gets activated. The spearmen are getting butchered right now. The archers are coming in. There's no more space in the TCs, and the villagers are turning around. And look at the Keshiks with +1 ranged armor. They're just tanking everything because all the damage right now is arrow damage. The TC is on fire right now, and Karen is on fire. TC goes down. Now, this is the thing. Karen will defend. These houses are gonna go down. No gold for upgrades. 203 gold, but no gold is happening. Joe, no trade. Just 1 TC, 1 barrack, 1 stable, 1 archer range, but 2 rams. Pushing in right now. And that is a destruction. Now, Karen did have really good game at 4 Lakes yesterday. One of the best games we've seen in the tournament so far. And maybe Karen is more of a hybrid water player or water player, but we see that these 2 TC attempts against Joe have not been working out. And Joe, one of the crowd favorites, because it's Joe, will be going on to the semifinals. Wow. Congrats, Joe. Karen, thank you for playing. The next match we're going to be doing is going to be semifinals number 1, semifinals number 2, and then we are doing the grand finals, which is going to be a best of 7. If you're watching this on YouTube, I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Appreciate it. If you're watching on Twitch, let's keep going.